How you doing, YouTube's Will from Development's my 445th weekly update. Really decent week, actually. The How do I put this? The most challenging thing I knew I was going to come up to this week was going to be going for a stiff bar deadlift PR. And I was really didn't have a huge plan of what I was going to pull or attempt to pull this week, but I knew this was a week that I was going to have to work for and or work for it, and so that was on my mind pretty much the whole week. Let's see, but Monday squats went great, front squatting and just destroying my legs a little bit more so than usual, and then Tuesday was pressing. That was a tough day for me because I forgot the key to my locker. So I used to just carry my gym bag in whatever vehicle I was taking to the gym that day, and then when I started riding the motorcycle, I said it would be a lot easier if I just left the gym bag here and put a lock on a locker here. And unfortunately, I have two keys for the lock that I put on there. I really should just put a combination lock on there is what I should do. That'd be the smart thing. Then I wouldn't have to worry about a key. But one key is for my truck, one is on my truck keys, and then one is on my motorcycle keys. But sometimes when I take the wife's car, I don't remember to bring the keys. So I didn't have the keys for Tuesday's session, and it was super packed in the gym. We have a rack outside. It was a super hot day, and the rack outside is on stall mats, which are very hot, and all I had was flip-flops, and I did a couple sets in the flip-flops and was like, this is not going to work. And so what I ended up doing was would get ready to do the set, and I would just slide the flip-flops off real quick, hit my set as fast as possible, and then get the flip-flops back on. And then on my last planned set, I'm pretty sure I burned one of my toes pretty hard because I dug them in, and that super hot stall mat just burned right through. But because I forgot the key and had to train that way, no belt, anything, did get a beltless overhead press PR. That was pretty cool. But I was in a mood, and I was just like, I just want to get through all this real quick. So I did a whole bunch of supersets. Even on the main work, I was doing supersets, supersetting dips with the push pressing out of the rack. And so it worked out. And then Wednesday I was off, and then Thursday, the day that I had in my head most of the week for the deadlift, went pretty. It was an interesting day. It was a lot of people in there again. Everybody's maxing out in there, just because the classes were it was their time to be maxing out on stuff, and they were also doing deadlifts yesterday. Some people were doing them today too, but ended up. Doing like a really weird warm-up. Didn't even get to do 135. There was literally no barbell available for me to even try. So the first thing I pulled on was like 250, I think. Pulled that for two. Felt fine. Somebody else had like a 370 or something like that loaded on their bar, so I pulled that. And then somebody had 420 loaded on the deadlift bar. And beltless double overhand pulled it, and I was like, cool. I think that's a beltless PR for me. I've done 425 double overhand before, but that was with a belt. So I think that was kind of like a random one. And what's crazy is that 420 or whatever it was felt easier than the 300 something I did on the stiff bar. So my plan is working, and I think I ended up working up to like a 475, which I had failed 470 last month, I think, when I pulled. So getting that really felt good. But holy crap, man, I tell you what, pulling on a stiff bar versus a deadlift bar, once you get to a certain weight, you really feel it. It's just, it's easily, it feels like 20 pounds heavier. Just because there's so little flex in it, which is good. That's what I'm trying to work on. And the plan is to basically break old PR of, I think, 410 or whatever I've pulled on a deadlift bar before, 510. break that on a stiff bar, and then go back to working with the deadlift bar and question mark profits. So yeah, so we'll see. But it was still good to get that. Hell of a grinder, one of the slowest pulls I've done in my life. But I did it. It felt good. Good enough anyway. And then today for overhead, I decided I wanted to do some really heavy cleans. Kind of just a random thought. Last week I actually had to fight to hit like 90% or something like that. And then this week I hit I think it was like 87.5% or something like that for a single. And honestly, the clean was the easiest part. And the press wasn't crazy, but I mean, I got it in the first try and it really wasn't that bad. At least it didn't feel that way. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want to see what 105% feels like just in my arms. The cleans and everything been feeling so good. Let's see what happens. Actually took me 1.5 tries to get it. And I say half because one of them I only got to mid stomach and didn't even try to clean it. I was like, nah, it's not even happening. And then the next full attempt, I actually got it in the rack and I was like, cool, that's not going anywhere now. So I did that twice though, and then dropped back down to I don't know, I think it was 78% or 80%, and hit that for some triples, and that felt pretty good actually, especially after that super heavy cleans I did. So yeah, training went really well this week. Very happy with it. Everything's going good. No injuries, just general soreness, which is good. I am going to be pretty beat up because I have quite a bit of pouring to do this weekend, but it'll be okay. I'll have a whole, couple days to heal from it. And yeah, everything's working pretty well so far. Sticking to the plan, and just I'm not saying overtraining isn't real. I'm just saying I know I wasn't training hard enough for that to happen. But understanding your total fatigue and nervous system limits is important for good progress. So, it takes a lot of testing and a lot of time to figure that out. And so, yeah, don't overwork yourself. Sometimes less is more. So don't forget that. And if you do, then what's your excuse?